Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're doing a Let's Play and early impressions for Spectral Scream VR, a game that released in early access on the Steam Store May 9th, 2024. It normally retails for $10. I received a free Steam key through the Steam Creator Connect program to review this game. I'm testing it out on the Meta Quest 3 using link cable. Now, the controls are a little bit weird. As you notice, one of the button faces is for menu, one of them is for throw, and another one's for press to speak, and hold to steer run, and left, right rotation, up, down, inventory switch, click, sit down, stand up. Okay. Not conventional, but okay. Audio, there's only master. Video, not a whole lot of graphical options here. I mean, you can change the texture quality or the bloom effect. I don't know. Should I turn off the bloom effect? I'll just leave it on for now. And rotation angle, that's it. Not a whole lot of options. Let's go ahead and let's just play. We're going to play single player. Spectral Scream is, I think, really meant for online multiplayer. To play with friends. I tried earlier and there was nobody in the multiplayer lobby, so we're kind of forced to play single player, but we'll check it out in a little bit, multiplayer, and let's see if anybody's on. This EMF reader's a little bit like Phasmophobia with the EMF reader, but that's about the only thing. And I think if you play with friends, this guy, you can come and pay 100 gold to have them revived, but let's just go ahead and play. So we're going to click on this. And it kind of does feel like you're falling through the map when you start off, but you just be patient and wait. I am having to play standing because when I tried playing seated, I was just too low to the ground. I was kind of like, my character was kind of like to the ground. And yeah, doesn't it look like the game's crashed? Okay, but just be patient and wait, and it'll eventually load up. I did fall through the map once though on a startup, so but the rest of the times the game has worked fine. I haven't had any issues. It was just my initial attempt at playing this game where I fell through the map. I'm not sure why. I was moving around a little bit, so maybe that's what caused it. I don't know. You do have full locomotion, snap churning, but no smooth churning. And I thought I had it to snap churn 90 degrees, didn't I? And obviously you have a flashlight, you have a walkie-talkie, but you press the face button to actually use it. And you collect money, obviously coins as you go along, but you're also supposed to find items. And like I said, you can getting to the EMF reader takes several clicks. And it's so easy to press up or down and stop using the EMF reader. And be careful with the grab, because the grab is to drop items. So you don't want to do that. So I think we're good with the EMF reader so far. This is the normal walk speed. This is to run. And obviously at the start it's going to be pretty slow, but the different entities will come. This game really needs a tutorial, because I when I first played this game I didn't know what to do, and it's not until I died that I got some information on what you were supposed to be doing. And if we die, you'll see that information as well. So we're probably going to die anyway, so I don't think I need to force it. I think that's for Ghost. See, so this little item I think is for Ghost. So if we see a ghost, we can use this item. And my understanding is that there's basically 3 different types of entities: demons, undead, and ghosts. And you use different stuff depending on what kind of entity or dark force that you're going up against. And again, as you can hear, there's some nearby footsteps, so that's one key indication that we should get out of here if we can, because that thing is coming eventually. and we don't really have too much right now to work with. Having really only the little strip, which I'm not. I think that's used against Ghost, but that's just a guess on my part. I'm not really sure. And there's a chess piece right there, a pawn. I don't know that we use this pawn. Is it a pawn or is it a bishop? If you notice, when you move, your hands start moving back and forth, and it gets very blurry. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is very annoying. That's a bug. Again, this game is in early access, but there's definitely stuff that needs work. Obviously, I always tell developers, make sure you have full locomotion and smooth turning in your game, because that's really what's expected. So that's locked, and we need to find a key to get to that, past that door. So I still don't know all the rules of the game. Again, this is just early impressions. I don't know if you're making a lot of sound or if you opening lots of doors does anything as far as. Okay. Oh crap. Okay, we want to use the EMF reader. Now, your best bet is probably to turn in real life if you can, versus using the snap turning, because you're gonna accidentally get to these. As you see, we there's something over there, so we want to get away from that, especially early on, because we don't really have that much to work with. Well, you know what? We might want to face it, because I don't want to make this a long video. Where is it? It's it over there? Okay, I think we're safe. Maybe. Or at least for a little bit. Okay, so the Bible's very important. This will help us fight against demons, but we still want to find the stake. So the EMF reader is really the most important tool at the start, just so you know that you're safe and that you're not going to face anything, just to be ready. So we definitely hear something, but we want to stay away from it because we're just not ready to confront it yet. So the first step is to figure out what it is. And the second step is to figure out what to do against it. What tools you need in order to fight it off. So we can definitely hear something, right? But I think we're safe for now. And we've just been basically collecting coins. Which is good because we need a lot of coins, but obviously you also want to defeat the entity and move on to the next stage. Okay. So really what we want is a stake, a wooden stake. And I think we'll be able to fight off anything that comes our way. Maybe. So we're gonna go this way. And as you see, there's another chess piece there. I don't know that we want to pick it up. I don't know that it does anything right for us right now. So far, we've just been mostly collecting coins. All this is pretty worthless, though, if you don't survive. So picking up all these coins is good, but if you don't survive, you don't get any experience and you don't get any coins. I'm not sure I really like that kind of system, but that's how the game is. My biggest complaint about this game is definitely when this happens. You can see this on desktop view. It's just very blurry. It's just very uncomfortable to see. And we're coming across something. We're gonna have to be very careful. So we got different tools now that we can use. So whatever it is, I think we can face off against it. Assuming we correctly guess what it is. So we have lots of different tools now. We might even want to go back to the EMF reader. Oh, I see something over there. I don't know what it is, though. What do you guys think it is? So I'm going to go ahead and drop this here. Just so I can... Now, what is that, a demon? Or is that a zombie? I don't think that's a... Okay, well that didn't work. I thought throwing that little bottle at it would do something. It didn't do anything. Oh, we should have kept the stake. We should have kept the stake. It was an undead. I thought it was a demon. No, we did the wrong thing. We definitely did the wrong... Okay, so now we know. We see a headless entity that's just there. We know it's an undead. We need to use a stake. Okay. Alright, let's do one more game. So let's go. Confirm. And actually, you know what? Let's leave. Actually, let's leave. Let's exit. Exit. And the reason I'm exiting is just to show you the multiplayer. So this is multiplayer. And there is a lobby, but as you can see, it's closed. So it's private. So there's not a lobby I could actually enter. So, yeah. Like I said, you pretty much need to play with friends. There's nobody to play with right now. If I was quick match, I'd probably just create a lobby and have an open lobby for others to join. But right now, there's just no lobby. And I believe that's Korean, if I'm not mistaken. So I can't speak Korean, so there would be no point in joining them since we couldn't really communicate. And you do really need to communicate in this game. So let's go ahead. Let's go single player again. We'll check multiplayer one more time after this, but this is pretty much the game. So you figure out what you're facing off against, what tools to use. But my initial impression is that the game needs more polish. Like, it's just too unpolished. First of all, I just don't like the controls. Like, this whole thing is just really easy to accidentally move away from the item that you're holding. Because, again, it's up and down on the joystick. And it's just very, very easy to accidentally go up and down when you mean to just turn. So you almost have to turn in real life because you can't really afford to misstrike. But let's do this again. Hopefully we get lucky this time. And we're going to... Again, this is randomized, but obviously the layout looks very similar each time. Obviously, you can tell it's different, right? It's different, but also kind of similar in a way. And this is the run speed, but you don't want to run because you want to save that for the enemies. If you're in trouble, you need to run away from them if you don't have the right tool to fight them. But now I know if I face that headless thing that you need to use a stake, and I had the stake in my hand. If I hadn't changed it, because I thought the holy water I thought it was a demon, and I needed to use the holy water. Of course, my mistake. I should have tried the Bible. Okay, so there's not a whole lot here. So this first room is kind of like not a good place because there's just nothing. So a lot of this game is just this, going through the hallways and picking up the different items that you need. But with the EMF reader, you know that you're safe. If it's not picking up, you know you can do this relaxed without having to worry. But unfortunately, like I said, because of the way the controls are, it's kind of hard to snap turn. And this other issue about when you move, it gets all blurry. It gets all jittery. I don't like that as well. I'm also having to play standing, not just for that reason, but because otherwise I'd be too low to the ground. You do have button crouch though, but I'm not sure what you need. There's another. I don't know what the timepiece does. I don't know if it slows things down for everyone just to give you time to do stuff and get ready. I'm not really sure how that works. But so far, the EMF reader has given me no readings, which is good because we want to stay away from anything right now that we don't have. We don't really have anything right now. But now we have a cross, so we have something that we can use. If we face a demon, we can try using the cross. So it's basically, unless you know what you're doing, it's basically rock, paper, scissors. You just hope that you pick the right item when you're won't come across the entity and don't know how to deal with it. Okay, so now we have 2 items, which is definitely better than nothing, but we definitely want... Well, we already have a cross, so we don't need another cross. We definitely want a stake to use against the undead. What happened? Huh? What was that? Did we
Welcome, stranger.
So healing potion, golden compass, imp, EMF, master key, paper butterfly, noise canceling, cross, talisman, exorcism book, stake. I don't think I've ever seen a bell. We can't buy it though. Can't buy that either. We can't buy anything. Okay, all right. So yeah, I don't know what happened. What happened?
God bless you.
How did we teleport out of there? Was that a bug or was that a feature? Okay. Okay. So there's something to the right. So you know what? Let's face it off. Let's face off against it. Let's see. Is that a demon? What? Does anybody know what happened? What happened? What was that? Was that a demon or was that a ghost? I think it was a ghost. Yeah, you know what? I don't think it was a demon. I think I was using the wrong item. I definitely needed to. It looked like this little guy right here, so I needed to use. I need to use the little this little paper thing. Hmm. So the undead, they only show a stake against the undead. Now against the demons, you can use the cross or the Bible, and against ghosts, this little paper thing or the bell. Okay. All right. So okay. Well, at least we got some money, and let's look at the multiplayer again, real quick before we end this video. Okay. So yeah, we used the wrong items both times, unfortunately. Oh, okay. There's two groups. This one's locked, but this one actually has an open, but it's Korean, so I don't want to join because I don't speak Korean. Okay, so there are some people playing. Obviously, I would say this game is better with friends. But right now it's just very rough around the edges. I'm not sure I could recommend this. It's not the worst game I've ever played, but it's just very unpolished. And so it is early access, and it's budget price at $10, but even then, I'm not sure I can recommend this. So I'm going to score this game a 5 out of 10. And I think I'm being very generous with that score because part of me wants to give it a negative review just because I did fall through the map once. And as you saw, the interactions were just very rough. Opening doors were like point and click. Just the opening start of the game where you have to use your laser and keep clicking on that door, and it feels like you're falling to the ground. When you can get your hands close and you're moving, it gets all blurry. There's no smooth turn; it's only snap turn. If I have to play standing because otherwise I'm just too low to the ground. Stuff like that. But since it's in early access and it's only $10, and since I didn't get to play multiplayer online, I'm gonna be very generous and give it out a 5 out of 10. And that's just assuming that multiplayer works and that it's just a lot more fun with friends online. But that's the only reason I'm giving this a 5 out of 10. Because otherwise, I'd probably give it a negative review. So I'm gonna give it a neutral 5 out of 10. I think it just needs more updates and needs more polish before I could recommend this game. It's a simple game. It might be more fun online with friends. I didn't get to test that out, just single player. But it's a single player experience, I would say it's not very good. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play. Early impressions for Spectral Scream. It is in early access. Keep that in mind. It might be improved in the future with some updates, and it might be in a better state. But as of right now, it's just really not good enough, in my opinion. It needs more polish. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.